Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, 19th day of June, 25th day of SIVAN. Here we go. Now, this is a situation that I hope that you will never have to know, but it's a law, and we're going to learn it. And that is, if God forbid a person is so sick that we're terrified that the situation is going to become grave, then under certain circumstances and with the consultation of a great rabbi, the sick person's name can actually be changed. Okay, so if his name is Ruvain ben Chaya, so they would add a name to his name. And the reason for that is because it's not hocus pocus, but we believe that when you change his name, he's now like a new person. And that new person, at least the way the Rashba explains it, he was one of the Rishonim of almost 1,000 years ago, said that it changes the mazel of the person. He had been under a certain mystical something, which was the way he was at his present moment, he was falling, to that sickness. But now under a new mazel, under a new name, and as a new person, he can be spared the sickness, possibly. And that's why sometimes you see people's name change. Sometimes soon afterwards they are healed, and it is miraculous. The common way that it's done is that you let the person keep his name. So let's say he's Ruvain ben Chaya, so you would keep his name Ruvain, but you would add a name. For males, the common name that's sometimes added is Raphael, which of course refers to being healed, or Azriel, which seems to refer to the help of God. So you understand those are good names to have added on. So instead of calling him Ruvain ben Chaya, they would call Raphael. They would call him Raphael Ruvain ben Chaya, or Azriel Ruvain ben Chaya. And that way the person would step out from the present mazel that he's under and step out into a new reality, and with God's help, that could possibly make for a great change. Certainly, if anyone is ever considering doing this, they should speak to a great rabbi to help, and he'll consult with you and say, oh, no, no, not for this situation, or yes, yes, yes for this situation, not that name, and he'll help you through the whole thing. Okay, now to other topics regarding sick people, and that is when you're praying for a sick person and you're saying a Misha Beirach, that's the prayer in Shul where his name is mentioned along with the names of other sick people. We say Ruvain ben, and like I just told you before, we say ben Chaya, the son of his mother, and we mention his mother's name. Two reasons why the mother's name is used. One of them everyone knows. It's because mothers are always more certainly the mother of the sick or any person. A father is always a little less perfectly known, but you can always know who gave birth to that child, and so it's pertinent to mention the mother. Another reason that's not so well known is that us males, we have a big problem, and our problem is that we are commanded to learn Torah in every free moment of our life, and many of us are guilty of not having given all the moments of our life to learning Torah. So that racks up, unfortunately, a lot of negatives on our demerits on our plate of merits, and a woman is way, 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 way better off in that category because she's not commanded to learn Torah all day long, and so she piles up much less sins than the man does. Incidentally, the man is supposed, according to a lot of the rabbis, the man is supposed to learn Torah because he is sort of more deficient, and he needs the Torah to kind of get his spirituality on a good course. And anyway, when men don't do that, they are guilty, and that guiltiness could make it like not so good to be mentioning the father's name, but rather to say Reuven ben Chaya, and that would help the merit of Reuven when his mother's name is mentioned. Sometimes you're praying for a certain person, but you don't happen to know the mother's name. If you don't, then you can mention the father's name. You know how that could happen. You just heard that so-and-so is sick, but they say, well, what's his mother's name? And everyone says, I don't know. I know his mother, but I don't know her name. I certainly don't know her Hebrew name. If necessary, you can use the father's name. And if neither name is known, you can just mention the name of the sick person. If necessary, that would be fine too. Hope we don't have to know these laws. They are Torah, and this is what is done in those hard situations. May we never know from such difficult things. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.